Greetings everyone! Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to take a quick look at something that came out at the same time as IDW Sonic issue 66. The Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Art Collection book. As you can see here, this is a pretty big book compared to your standard issue or graphic novel. And it's a hardcover too. What I like about this cover, done by Bryce Thomas, is that Sonic is at the forefront and fully colored. Then there's the Chaos Emeralds behind him, also colored, and in the background are the other main characters. Dr. Eggman occupies the top half, while the heroes Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and IDW Originals Tangle and Whisper take the bottom. If you look closely, the villain and heroes are presented differently from each other. Here's a version without the logo so you can see them better. Eggman is more pencil art compared to the more ink style of the heroes. Combined with the fully covered Sonic and the Emeralds, we're actually presented with a glimpse of how comic art is made. Pencils, inks, and colors. All it's missing is the lettering, though I guess you could say the logos count? There is a variant of this cover, but it's only Super Sonic taking the place of regular Sonic. Everything else is the same. This version's only available via the IDW Publishing website, and as of this video, it's currently out of stock. Before we take a look at what's inside, let me read this little blurb on the back and, hey Sonic, it's a bit rude of you to cover the logo like that. Anyway, the description. Delight in the illustrated beauty of IDW's celebrated Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. Now's your chance to go behind the scenes and see how all the wonderful art from the Sonic comics is created. Witness the artist processes from penciled, inked, and final color pages, with special sections spotlighting specific characters and storylines, including covers, interior art, and character designs from a variety of talents such as Tracy Yardley, Evan Stanley, Bryce Thomas, Jack Lawrence, Natalie Fordrain, and more. Features work from the ongoing Sonic the Hedgehog series as well as from miniseries such as Tangle and Whisper, Bad Guys, Imposter Syndrome, and Scrapnik Island. Fans will revel in the opportunity to explore Sonic's world through the eyes of the artist responsible for bringing it to life. So yes, this book is a behind-the-scenes look at the series from an artistic point of view, as well as a visual showcase. Alright, let's open this book up, shall we? Now I'm not going to go through the entire book, just highlight some interesting things. As noted in the back cover's description, the behind-the-scenes portion of the book comes in a number of different flavors. Spread throughout the book are various comic interior pages at various stages of completion. A lot of them are pencil and ink combos, though there are some fully colored pages mixed in, just without the lettering. Remember how I said earlier that this book's cover art is a subtle look on how a comic page is made? Well, near the beginning of the book, there is a section dedicated to how the process works. Again, going from pencils, to inking, then the coloring, and finally, the lettering. Kind of appropriate that the pages from issue 1 are used as an example. Another bit of behind the scenes comes in the form of character sheets for the IDW characters, showing off earlier forms of a character before being redesigned and refined into their final form. I mean, Whisper could have wound up blue with open-toed sandals, and Rough and Tumble could have had a more punk aesthetic. I mean, we could have gotten a version of Dr. Starline that resembled Frankenstein's creature to really emphasize the mad scientist portion of the character. If you've by chance followed some of the comic staff on various social media outlets, chances are you'd stumble upon some of these character sheets before. So things like Tangle originally being a rabbit, and Belle the Tinkerer originally designed to be a mouse, are known to a number of people. The book just happens to compile most of them for the sake of convenience. Plus, not everyone has access to or possibly know about an artist's social media page, so having these character sheets available in an easier to find format is actually pretty handy. Looking through all the character sheets in this book, there's some stuff that definitely caught my eye. Going back to Belle the Tinkerer for a bit, if you're unfamiliar with her, she's a puppet robot with a wooden casing and metal endoskeleton. Issue 46 actually shows this off a bit, but here, her character sheet really highlights this detail. There's some really fascinating stuff in here. A number of these character sheets also have some notes about parts of their design, and how a character utilizes whatever abilities they may have. One character sheet that stands out is Lanolin the Sheeps. No, I'm not talking about her design from issue 2, that's not even in this book. I'm talking about Lanolin as she appears now. Unlike the others, she has a character description that wouldn't be out of place in a comic encyclopedia. Let's take a quick read. Lanolin met Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at Riverside. Inspired by his heroism, she joined the restoration hoping to make a difference. However, as the restoration began to focus more on humanitarian aid, she grew frustrated. She firmly believes that a direct approach to fighting evil is necessary, and is tired of waiting for villains to strike first. As a member of the New Diamond Cutters, she takes her duties very seriously, and is determined to prove her worth in battle. She may come across as cold and unfriendly, but deep down, she wants to do her best for the health and safety of everyone. Something tells me this was added when it was decided she'd become an Ascendant Extra, as her sheet also includes her Golden Bell Wispin and her Witham Wisp Maggie. Interspersed among the comic interiors and character sheets would be the showcase portion of the book, logo-less versions of the many comic covers. And there's a lot because most, if not all, of the issues have at least one variant cover. Your mileage may vary on this, because while it's nice to look at the full cover art without the Sonic title plastered all over them, the covers themselves are kinda small. If you really want a larger version, you're better off getting the individual issues and or the trade paperbacks. They usually appear near the end. I should point out that all pieces of art, whether they're page interiors, character sheets, or logoless covers, are credited, usually at the bottom of the page. Hey, the various artists responsible do deserve the recognition. In fact, some of the supposed randomness the book has, i.e. page interiors from different issues, with the occasional covers thrown in, are in reality a collected highlight of an artist's particular work. Most notably from Tracy Yardley, Adam Bryce Thomas, Evan Stanley, and Jack Lawrence. On the first page that specifically features their work, there is a little blurb on when they joined the IDW series. It does make sense as this is an IDW published work, but I should note that Yardley, Stanley, and Thomas are actually carryovers from Archie Sonic. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the art collection. Artist spotlights aside, the book does follow art concepts in release order, roughly speaking, starting from issue 1 and going all the way to stuff related to Endless Summer and the 900th adventure. I mean, it makes sense because if they reveal more about future issues, it would kind of spoil things. But if IDW Sonic continues, I have no doubt there will be a second version of this book with new art, or a volume 2 in general. Though I'm surprised there's no material related to the classic Sonic era. I guess they want to focus more on the mainline stuff. Still a missed opportunity. Is the art collection worth picking up? Well, it depends. Some people might not be into this sort of thing, which is fine. Then again, it's only $20. It's a nice bit of behind the scenes material that goes into the art process a bit, and it looks nice on a bookshelf. Unless you buy the digital version. Yes, it exists. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this quick look at the IDW Sonic comic art collection. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my reviews, including Sonic comic reviews, comic lore videos, and the occasional game review, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. And with that, have a good day everyone.